Welcome to Aditya Birla Health Insurance's Health from Home series. I'm Dr. Aditi Govitrikar, a medical doctor and a counselor. With COVID-19 spread and the extended lockdown, there are a lot of things that must be running through your mind. How to deal with this lockdown? What is this new normal? How do I protect my financial future? I'm sure there are many more. But right now, I'm sure the two most important things on your mind are health and wealth. To build an everlasting bond with the customers and the community at large, Aditya Birla Health Insurance has come up with the Health from Home series. This would help in relieving the stress related to physical, mental, and nutritional health. There are sessions every day conducted by the experts of the respective fields of yoga, nutrition, fitness, and health to throw light on the current scenario and help us deal with the current COVID situation. Today, we have with us Mr. Mayank Bhatwal, the Chief Executive Officer of Aditya Birla Health Insurance. Mr. Mayank has a rich experience of nearly 26 years in the industry. Mr. Mayank has been responsible for setting up the latest venture of Aditya Birla Capital Limited, a truly digital health insurance company in India. This has resulted in making ABHI one of the fastest growing standalone health insurer in financial year 2019. Mayank is the co-chair of FICCI Health Insurance Committee and a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI, the Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India, ICWA, and the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, ICSI. Mayank has been the recipient of several personal and professional recognition and has been felicitated at the annual CFO Roll of Honor thrice. He has also received the prestigious Aditya Birla Group Award 2020 in the Outstanding Leader category. Welcome, Mr. Batwal.
My
I
pleasure.
would, thank, I would also like to welcome Dr. Hari Prasad, who is the president of Apollo Group of Hospitals. Dr. Hari Prasad is a popular figure not just because he helps one of the largest healthcare organizations of the country, but also because he's extremely popular erstwhile cricketing star. He was one of the youngest Ranji Trophy players, having represented Hyderabad while he was still at school, and played alongside stalwarts such as Muhammad Azharuddin, M.V. Narasimha Rao, W.V. Raman. After completing his post-graduation in anesthesiology, he joined his father at their family-run Sri Devi Nursing Home in Hyderabad. But then, when no one expected him, Dr. Hari joined Apollo Hospitals and went ahead to set up emergency services across Apollo units in the country, which is why he's often regarded as the pioneer of emergency medicine in India. On the personal front, he has faced several difficulties, including cancer, which he overcame with grit and determination. I Am Possible is the book that is his first foray into writing. Welcome, Dr. Hari Prasad.
My pleasure.
Let's start with you, Mr. Mayank Bhatwal. What are the special initiatives undertaken by Aditya Birla Health Insurance for your customers during these unprecedented times?
Thanks, Aditi. Of course, as you said, these are very unprecedented times for all our customers and the community at large. And I think one of the first things that customers want, is some kind of assurance, to deal with the stress that all of us are now facing, and which was something so unexpected at this scale. So, as a health insurance company, I would talk about, amongst many things that we've attempted to do, two things in particular for our consumers in general. One is that the first question that came to the minds of our customers was that, is COVID covered under the if there's any potential hospitalization event, or a cost is incurred by them for this treatment, and what will happen, how will insurance companies deal with it. Also the fact that insurance companies may not be working from their own offices given the lockdown, how will they really respond to a emergency situation. So the first thing therefore we did was to assure all our customers, we wrote to them, we communicated through different mediums, and just assure them that don't worry, this is covered. And we'll create enough flexibility to ensure that if any unforeseen unfortunate event happens of a COVID hospitalization, our entire team is available to deal with that unfortunate claim even from home. And we are creating enough flexibilities in the way we normally deal with a claims process, such that you will not be inconvenienced. Our team of claim processors, doctors, care managers at home were all available to talk to the customers and their families to ensure that the claim was being processed properly. So that is the first thing. The second thing was that as we realized on our own, and as we started talking to a few of our customers, we realized that so many of them were dealing with stress of a very different kind. Everyone thinks that we want to be at home, but for being at home for so long and in these situations is not something that we will ever want to do, right? And so give plus the fear, that fear of self, the family, the other loved ones. What happens if they come up with this viral infection. And so we started this whole program called Health from Home, where the whole idea was that in a small way, it's an effort from our side to bring experts in different areas of physical health, nutritional health, mental health, medical specialists, doctors, who were available to talk to our customers and help them deal with the situation, help them deal with questions that they had on different areas. We did it for public and large. We did it for millennials separately, for children especially, for senior citizens especially. People like you've taken sessions with our customers, and I think this has gone down well with customers who felt that we were available. So you're not only giving them assurance, but there's an element of care and empathy for our consumers. And what we did is that we did not only provide it to our customers, but we brought it on Facebook Live, so anyone, even their other extended family members, colleagues, could also use this facility. And so those are two things that we feel happy about, of having been able to contribute in these very, very tough and critical times.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I can assure you from my side as well, having conducted a couple of sessions on Facebook Live, because the response that I got from these sessions was heartwarming. It really made people feel as if they are cared for. There is a company out there which worries about them, which will take a stand if need be. So thank you. Thank you for creating the Health from Home series, Mr. Batwal. Dr. Hari Prasad, now over to you. You are regarded as the pioneer of emergency medicine in India. How have you gone about setting up the emergency services? Because India was not really ready for this pandemic.
Yeah, and I guess no country would ever be ready for a pandemic of this nature, and nobody would have imagined a pandemic of this magnitude. But I'm glad to say that the emergency physicians, emergency departments across the country responded very well to the emergency right from day one, whether it's in the public sector hospitals or private sector hospitals. They were the frontline warriors. The patient first comes into the emergency, whether it's a COVID or a non-COVID, and it is they who face them. And it is they who take the decision whether the patient is a suspect COVID or not a suspect COVID, and then do the triaging and then direct them appropriately. So they've been doing a fantastic job, and I'm really proud of what they've been doing so far. And it is important to actually differentiate between COVID and non-COVID emergencies at this point in time. Because of the hype and fear created by COVID, even the non-COVID emergencies started staying at home and not coming to the hospital in time because of the fear of catching the virus in the hospitals. So we've heard about deaths from a heart attack. We have heard of morbidity due to strokes because people didn't reach the hospital on time. One thing which everyone needs to remember is for every emergency, there's a golden hour, and the treatment provided during the golden hour makes the difference between life and death. So it is very important to reach a hospital within that golden hour. Now, coming to COVID, I guess the hospitals and the healthcare providers know a little bit more than the common man on the precautions to be taken and how to prevent the spread of the virus. So hospitals are relatively safe environment, and you don't have to worry about COVID in an emergency. Just walk into a hospital, just rush to a hospital, and you'll be taken care of. Please don't sit at home because of the fear of catching the virus in a hospital. That would be my message to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very important to note that if there is any other emergency besides, if you suspect that you are suffering from COVID symptoms, please do not sit at home, because that golden hour, which Dr. Hari Prasad pointed us to, is a crucial time. Life is precious. So do not sit at home. Go ahead and seek the treatment that is required, because that may just save your life.
And
Mr.
Aditi,
Pal-
just to add
Sure.
on,
Sure.
they did a study in China at the peak of the crisis in China, and COVID was the 40th cause of death in China at the peak. So there are 39 other causes of death in the community where the patients need to seek medical help, and they should not be losing time on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think any disease related to heart, or anything that happens when one meets with an accident, for example, even at home, could be one of the top emergencies, I'm sure. Um, all right, thank you for sharing that. Mr. Batwal, over to you now. How do you foresee the impact of COVID-19 on the health insurance sector in India and the increase in demand? Has there been one, according to you?
Yeah, that's an important question, Aditi. And whilst one would want the Indian population at large to be covered, as far as the health insurance is concerned, unfortunately, for various reasons, the level of protection in India is very, very small. So whilst there has been a few initiatives by the government of Ayushman Bharat, and recently the product line that the regulator asked us to provide, we still have a very small population. And actually, unfortunately, it is in these times when people realize that the need for this protection is so high. Because the fact is that whilst we all feel that we are young and healthy, and we are taking care of their health, but it's such unforeseen events which makes us realize that things can happen suddenly. To the healthiest person, something can happen, and therefore, why not be protected and have a cover of health insurance, pass on that risk to a specialist company, which is a health insurance companies, and let them deal with it and be fail safe. Because the fact is, we all know that the cost, if in an emergency situation, and Dr. Prasad can of course share that the cost can really go up if people get into an ICU and are in serious condition. And for a common man to bear that cost can be very difficult, to get the best quality treatment. And so therefore, if you have insurance, then you are assured, you feel comfortable that yes, I can take care of that cost. In fact, some people don't go and take the best treatment because they feel, how will they afford that cost, especially in these times. So what we have seen is that there is an increased level of realization with the population at large that they must have health insurance. So whilst we see that because of lockdown, a typical salesperson cannot really go out and do selling as one would normally see. But still, our folks are able to talk to their known ones, and through their referrals, reach out to more people. And I think the feedback from consumers is they're saying that yes, we need health insurance. I think the need is much more today. And I'm not saying this to in a negative manner to say that, oh, this is an opportunity for us to sell health insurance. I'm saying that with full conviction that I think this is something which comes at not a very expensive cost, but gives you that assurance of getting best quality treatment. Because with this facility, you can get treatment at the networks of insurance companies, hospitals like the Apollo Hospital, which can provide you the best quality treatment, and you feel safe, your family is safe. So I'm positive about the more increased realization in consumers at large of the need to have this protection. And this will be actually good for not just that individual, but I think the community at large also, because ultimately health is a family subject, not an individual subject. So it's the assurance, comfort that the entire family gets when something like this happens.
Absolutely. I think one gets that security, that sense of security that at least one doesn't have to worry about the hospital bills if one falls sick. So I completely agree 100% with you, Mr. Batwal. Dr. Hari Prasad, what is your take on this? How do you think it is important for one to ensure financial stability during such tough time?
I'd like to start with the one of the most abused phrases. All of us have heard health is wealth. And I don't think we ever realized the value of that phrase till COVID came in and taught us. Millions and billions of dollars have evaporated into thin air over the last couple of months. And that is because of the health reason. The whole world went into lockdown. And there's another phrase which says prevention is better than cure. So to prevent the infection, we went into lockdown. And when before COVID came in, we really did not pay any attention to prevention at all, even though there was a lot being spoken and talked about preventive health care. I don't think anybody paid enough attention. I think this pandemic has taught us to think that health is indeed wealth and prevention is always better than cure. But coming back to this, air to breathe, food to eat, water to drink, and a shelter are the basic essentials for somebody to survive. And except air, nothing else comes free. And I would actually add that education and health to these four things for basic survival of a human being. Now, in this context, health becomes really important, and quality care comes with a cost. It doesn't come free. Nothing comes free. And as Mayank said, this is not an opportunity for the insurance companies to enroll more number of members, but I guess it's an opportunity for the people to get enrolled into health insurance, because the percentage of population that is secured by the health insurance is still very, very low. There's a long way to go on that front. And I think COVID should open the eyes of many others who are not yet insured and straight away call somebody and get insured, because today I see Aditya Birla and many of the companies actually are offering online insurance where they can pay their premium and get insured online. So I think it's a huge opportunity for the general population to get insured, and it is actually it should probably be have a catalytic effect on people being insured, because that is the only way where you can be assured of your healthcare needs, which are going up and which will go up further because of COVID, because of the additional precautions healthcare needs to take in the form of personal protection equipment, either for the patients or for the staff. The healthcare costs are going to go up because of COVID. So it is very, very important that people take up the health insurance. If you're not insured, please get insured today. If you are insured, please top it up further.
Absolutely. I mean, that will constitute to a big part of financial stability, because that puts our minds at ease that, God forbid, if something happens, any disease strikes, at least that part, the healthcare part, the quality healthcare part is taken care of.
And I just wanted to say that even before COVID, healthcare was one of the biggest causes of rural indebtedness, and majority of people, there were actually suicides in the rural areas because they had to take loans, sell properties, and to pay for their healthcare bills. Now, COVID should not add to that burden of rural indebtedness. And the best way to get out of it is to get in the health insurance. And we're all looking for a time when there is universal health insurance and everybody in the country is actually insured, and health doesn't become a financial burden on the people.
Absolutely. So to all the viewers who are listening to us, do keep in mind that this will take off a big load off your minds, so that you are able to deal with other stressors if there are in your life. So go ahead and get insured so that health is taken care of. Mr. Batwal, does Aditya Birla Health Insurance product cover COVID-19? And can you please advise our viewers what to keep in mind while buying a personal health insurance policy?
Yeah. So yes, as I said earlier, Aditi, sometime back to your first question, all such kind of treatments are covered by our all our indemnity products, and if a customer were to unfortunately have this infection and if this treatment was required, the cost would be fully covered. I mean, of course, subject to the like kind of coverage that people take. My advice will be for people, for I'll say two advice. One is to people who already have health insurance coverage, and I think this is also time to review whether you have adequate health insurance coverage, because at times, I remember when we started and I asked this question: what kind of coverage do people who have taken health insurance have in India? And the level of coverage was just about 200,000 or 300,000 rupees. And I think again, as Dr. Prasad said, that if you want the best quality treatment, then you need to be covered with adequate insurance, right? I mean, because otherwise you'll be forced to either pay from your own pocket, or you may have to go for suboptimal treatment, and because of lack of affordability. So if you want the best quality treatment, please make sure that you can afford that. So, and one way to do that is to buy adequate health insurance coverage. And so typically, any coverage, provided you can shell out that money, should be at least 7 lakh to 10 lakh of rupees of, so that, you feel reasonably safe of getting protected for an unforeseen health event. And of course, to my advice to people who haven't taken health insurance, as we've just discussed recently, please explore that and take that coverage. The best way to do that is what I call take a base indemnity cover, which covers you for virtually all treatments except for very, very few, exclusions. And recently, because of regulatory intervention, many of the exclusions have been taken out, so customers can get reasonably wholesome health insurance. And you may have heard about some people talking about COVID specific cover.
Yeah.
My belief is that a disease specific cover should only be taken on top of a base coverage, because disease doesn't come by saying that, oh, I'm going to kind of infect you with this particular disease. Unfortunately, anything can happen. So why stay unprotected for something that can unfortunately happen? Buy adequate health insurance, and on top of that, if you feel that you want to take more protection, you can always take other forms of insurance that are available today, of lump sum money in case of a particular disease happening, or COVID specific, and so on and so forth. But my request is, please stay adequately covered. The cost is not too much. At a cost of 10 to 15,000, you can get reasonably good level of coverage. And if you think about it, where we spend this kind of money for so much, for our going out, watching a movie, going out for dinner, right? I'm sure we can take out this kind of a money to feel safe in the future.
Absolutely. I think it's very crucial now to assess, like you said, of the policy that you already hold. If you do, and if you don't, then please go ahead and get yourself covered. Basic coverage is a crucial key in protecting yourself for all the diseases. And if need be, if you feel that no, I want to get protected for a particular disease, go ahead and do that. Do not neglect this aspect of your life. Very, very crucial. And that is the whole point of this conversation as well, to create awareness that health truly is wealth. Do not neglect it. Dr. Hari Prasad, we all know that people are having a tough time. They have to stay at home 24/7. They have to deal with negative thoughts, uncertainties. What do you suggest? How do they cope with these insecurities, anxiety, or even panic? At times, people, go through these panic attacks. What is your recommendation?
Aditi, I think you're the best person to answer that question. But I'll give you my little bit. COVID has actually thrown up new jargon. We're talking about vocal, about the local. And we are used to the term stress at workplace. But there's now a new phrase called stress at home. Because everybody, when their work was normal as usual, people thought being home was relaxing and de-stressing. But now it is that being at home is the stress, and that's what we're talking about. And I think one of the most important things to understand is that there is a change, and only when we accept that there's a change and we are willing to adapt to that change, would we be able to deal with the situation that we are in. While at home, I think it's important that you create a daily schedule. It It should not be that you wake up and then just let the day go by. You need to make sure that you have a daily schedule. Physical exercise is a very important part of the daily schedule. Then second thing is there are a lot of things which you would not have done while you were at work. Simple things like you would not have got your home into order. Things would be lying all over the place. So get along with your family members, try to get your house into order, do things in such a way that you feel good that your house is cleaned up and all junk which was there is out of the house and things are in proper place. So declutter the house and get it in order. And this is an opportunity to learn new things. You've always been busy and were at work and you didn't have the time to learn new things. New things could be simply using an iPad. A person who's not digitally savvy could actually simply start learning how to use an iPad. Or somebody who's not not very good at a computer can start using different programs in the computer. Somebody who's not used to an Excel can start learning Excel. And there are hundreds and thousands of online programs which have come up today, which can actually be very helpful in keeping you occupied and at the same time productive, because you can learn new things which are coming up over a period of time. Then I think technology has brought in a lot of relief. I think we've not been able to spend enough time with our friends and relatives and well-wishers over a period of time. But I think it's good. It's a good time where you sit at home and connect with all these acquaintances through the digital media, whether it's a telephone or the different video process systems that are there, and chat about it and go back in time, spend a little time chatting about what you did when you were young or what in certain situations. That will de-stress you and that will make you feel connected with the rest of the world. And then my advice is, if you have to watch TV, watch an entertainment channel. Don't watch the news channel, because there's nothing but COVID, and COVID can create, more. They're creating a lot of hype and a lot of unnecessary fear about COVID. So avoid the news channels and watch the entertainment channels. There are plenty of good entertainment on the television. And then create new hobbies. It could be a simple thing like playing chess or some board games, and spend more time with the family. And one of the biggest problems and challenges that I have noticed is binge eating while sitting at home. Please eat healthy. Physical activity, eating healthy, and keeping your mind occupied are the three critical things that you need to do while you're staying at home and being connected with the rest of the world.
Absolutely. Make a timetable, declutter your home. And I would like to add a little bit over here, Dr. Hari Prasad, is that when you declutter your physical space, automatically your mind also starts feeling lighter. So that also helps in your mind getting decluttered, which will give you a sense of relief. Acquire a hobby, upscale your skill if you have to, or learn something new. Either is okay, right? And do not go into a negative zone by watching news which is full of COVID. Watch an entertainment channel so that you have some recreation, some entertainment, which will keep you in the positive vibe. Dr.